This is Paris in the springtime. We're just going to do a walk and talk, and I can show you what Paris looks like in the springtime. I am going to a garden. Going to a garden, a beautiful garden, a local garden, local park. When I tell you this garden is beautiful, it is beautiful. It is a warm spring day here. It's like 70, maybe like 75 today, 75 Fahrenheit. I tell you. So we're just walking and talking. Oh, that stuff there is cute. The one thing, you see these bookstores, these libraries everywhere. The library isn't like the library in the US. Like, we think of a library as a place where you go check out books. Well, it's not that. Like, here, the library is where you like buy books, which was always very different for me. Look at this door. This door is absolutely amazing. It's beautiful, a beautiful shade of blue. Right? Look at that door. Gorgeous. So these are the books that are for sale. Like, most of these are in French. They usually are like older copies. You can get old records here. You can get all kind of stuff here. Like, there is really an appreciation for things that are vintage and things that are old, right? Like, look at these books. Look at these postcards. Like, I guess they're made to look vintage, but it's just look at that bookstore. Beautiful. Beautiful. Like a real bookstore. A real bookstore. Not like, I'm not saying Barnes and Nobles isn't a bookstore, but you can find these types of bookstores like all through the city. Like, they'll have, like I said, they'll even have like vinyl records. They'll have all kinds of stuff. Thank you all for joining me on my walking tour of Paris. This is where I live. I am a Detroiter who lives in Paris. I have lived here for, it'll be 3 years this summer. I moved to Paris because I have traveled here so much. I loved it. The first time I came here was 2017, and I had time. I had a time, and I kept coming back. And then I would be home. At the time I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Atlanta for 16 years, but again, grew up in Detroit. But I would go back to Atlanta, and I would be missing Paris. So, as you see all the people out, and they're out and about. I should probably change the landscape of my camera. Hold on. You can see people out and about. Like, when the weather is nice here, this is what they do, baby. This is what they do. They're all out having a good time. Usually, I mean, it is kind of true what they say. Like, people are legit, like, I guess I should turn my camera the other way. People are legit sipping champagne and eating croissants and eating lunch and stuff. Like, that is a part of the lifestyle, the cafe culture here. I'm going to show you guys the park that I'm going to go to, and you're going to see just how, there it is over there, how beautiful it is. Like, when I tell you, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. But thank you all for joining me. Make sure you follow this channel. I talk about my life in Paris. I talk about U.S. politics, pop culture, all kind of stuff, right? Like, look at that. Trying to figure out what building that is, and I do not exactly know. I'm sorry, I do not know what building that is. Across the street. See, here's another. It's another bookstore. Another bookstore. Like I said, bookstores everywhere. Now I really want to know what this building is, but I just don't know. Okay, I'll check that out later. Let's keep on walking. So, as I said, almost 3 years ago, I made Paris my home after traveling here extensively for the last 5 years. I began traveling here in 2017, came back frequently, decided to make the move, and for me, it's been a great thing. It's always challenging when you leave your home, when you leave people, your family, people you know. I'm not going to underestimate that, but I've had a lot of benefits of living here. I kind of call this like my second stage of life, so to speak. I'm 50 years old, and I'm living in a place that I thought was a dream. Like, I thought, I didn't really know this life was even possible. Like, yeah, I was traveling here, but like living here, it's totally different. And I've been trying to tell people on my channels on social media to go ahead, like, look, dip out, leave for a little bit if you can, travel. If you can't leave, travel, right? I couldn't always leave. There was a time where I just could only travel. There was a time when I could not even travel, okay? So your current situation doesn't mean that's going to be what your future situation will be like. Be open to the possibility, and don't let nobody project on you, because I can't tell you the number of people who told me, oh, why you want to do that? Why you want to move there? Why you want to leave the U.S.? I don't understand. Don't let them people, don't pay attention to those people, because they can't see themselves, they project on you. And they can't see themselves living from where anything outside of where they are. So they project that on you. Don't let people do that. Wait a minute, which way am I supposed to be going? Don't let people do that. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's business, I don't care if it's life, I don't care whatever. Just because it's not their experience don't mean it won't be your experience. Don't let people project their insecurities on you. If I had done that, I would have never visited this place. I can remember telling people that I was going to Paris, and they were like, oh, it's dirty, why you want to go there? I am that girl who, can I go in this way? I'm that girl who, I don't let people's opinions sway me about things that I want to do, right? Things that I want to do. So I didn't really listen to what people were saying about moving. I didn't listen to what people were saying about traveling. I'm going to go into the park now. I don't want to get the faces of these people. That's why I kind of moving the camera. But this is Garden Luxembourg, okay? Luxembourg Gardens. It is definitely a famous garden here in Paris. It's I feel like it's one of the most beautiful. The great thing about it is this city has a bunch of gardens, and they really do take their outside time seriously. I'm going to show you like these water fountains and stuff. You're going to be like amazed. There is a whole fountain. Like, when I tell you, this is beautiful. And I'm like, I wanted to make my reality something different. And that's what I did. A lot of people think that living here is really expensive. It can be, depending upon where you live. If you live near like certain areas, The most expensive real estate is near the Eiffel Tower and near Champs-Élysées. Yeah, those areas are expensive. But if you live like an average Parisian, my expenses are 40 to 60% less, right? And healthcare is something I don't have to pay. Like, healthcare is not an exorbitant cost of my budget. Healthcare is not tied to your job. Healthcare is affordable here. You can get sick and pay for it, okay? That's the thing I think people oftentimes forget. Like, healthcare is affordable. The food is better. The food is better. It's like organic level quality, okay? So let's take a walk in this park because I want to show y'all. I'm trying to get stuff so y'all can see it. All right, so you can see people like taking pictures and all that stuff. Like, this is that deal right here. It's such a beautiful area. It really is. Like, this is like the fountain. Like, look how beautiful this is, right? It's absolutely gorgeous. I know it's a lot of people here, so so I just want to, like, again, take y'all into Paris. This is what I see. Like, I'm not saying I see this every day, but it's possible, right? I live maybe 30 minutes from here, and it's just a short metro ride away. My life here is nothing like it was in the US. I went from having 2 vehicles, 2 when possible, to now walking and taking the train, taking the bus. You can see all those people on this nice day. They're like out sitting out, right? Like I said, they really do take their relaxation and their outside time seriously. We're just gonna keep on walking and talking. It's tons of tourists here right now. That's part of the reason why you see people here taking all the photos and stuff. I get it. It's a group of Americans over there. But Paris in the springtime is absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. It's absolutely amazing. Like, look at all the beauty. Look at the beauty. See those flowers over there? Just amazing. We're gonna keep walking and talking. This is Luxembourg Garden. I don't know a whole lot of history about this. I know it is definitely like a historical location. Unfortunately, I don't know the history off the top of my head, but it is an amazing garden. I'm trying to figure out where I'm walking to. So just full of trees. Let me go somewhere else and show you guys. Full of trees, full of flowers. Oh, I'm getting hot. It's warming up here. I gotta take this jacket I have on off. But I just want to show y'all like what it looks like. You saw that beautiful fountain back there. And again, this is just a place where people really come and they chill out, they relax, they have a good time. This probably isn't the prettiest part of the garden. Maybe I should go over this way. Probably shouldn't have came over here. Let's keep on walking and talking. But yeah, this is where I call my home. And let me show you some more stuff. Let me show you the area where those people were sitting. Like, it is definitely beautiful. Okay, so we are, oh my goodness. Okay, so this shows you everything. Look over there. You can see the Eiffel Tower. The Eiffel Tower, see the top of that? That's the Eiffel Tower sticking up. That's over near where I live. Not far. I live about 15 minutes walking from the Eiffel Tower, or 2 subway stops away from the Eiffel Tower. I can go outside on the street outside of my apartment and see the Eiffel Tower. This, what is this, like a big fountain area? People are sitting out here. Oh, I can't do that. I'm scared of heights. I can't even get up there. But we can look from behind here. Okay. And this is what is this? It's just like a square, like a flower square, right? Oh, that's pretty stuff. And it's such a beautiful day. Like, the weather feels like it's finally breaking. We have, like, the winters here are wet and cold. We don't get a lot of snow, but the winters are very gray and wet. And so whenever it's sun outside, I started seeing people last week wearing shorts. And it wasn't warm last week to me, but it's warm today. It's been warm this week, and people have been out enjoying it. And that's the one thing I will say. They really do enjoy. They enjoy the sunshine. They enjoy the nice weather. They get out, and they get out, and they get out, and they get in it. They get in it. But again, this is Luxembourg Garden. And this is just giving you a peek of what Paris looks like. Make sure you follow me for more Paris content. This is like my 3rd time doing these lives. Y'all, I'm trying to figure it out, okay? Thank you all for joining me. I really do appreciate it. Make sure you follow me, like the video, do whatever. Listen, I don't even know what you're supposed to do, okay? Give me some gifts or whatever. My friend told me that's what you do. Okay, all right. Whatever you can do to help my channel, I appreciate it. I'm growing out this channel. Again, Paris-based content. I also talk politics, pop culture, different topics. I'll be on TikTok running my mouth. Thank you to everyone who has joined me. I really appreciate it. You know, going live is new for me. This is only my 3rd live, so I'm appreciative. I appreciate anybody who shows up and who's like, oh, let me see what she got to say. I appreciate it. I really do. Because I just started going live. So I'm here just to bring you into Paris. Let me know if there are any specific areas that you would like to see in Paris. I will try my best to get there, to do some videos, right? Just showing y'all the people, showing you the people. Sights, the sounds of Paris on a warm spring day. Sights, the sounds of Paris on a warm spring day. You may want to come like now. Summertime here it's really expensive from the U.S. to come here. It's going to be like the top, like that's going to be the height of the season, the travel season. Now, if you got it like that, come on, please, come on. You should come. You should come. I'm just letting you know you're going to pay more. But spring and summer in Paris are like the top seasons. And I get it, but you know, springtime can be hit or miss. The one time I would not say to come here would be probably like during the winter time. If you're from the U.S., it depends on where you're coming from. If you're coming from a place like Atlanta, which has very mild winters, I don't know. Only because I've had friends that come here and they're like, oh, it's cold. Yeah, it's cold. It's cold. It's a wet, damp cold. That is going to impact your trip because you are not going to feel like doing most things outside. And Paris is a walkable city. Yes, you can take Ubers. Yes, you know, we have Uber. We don't have Lyft. We do have Uber. We have a few other ride-sharing services, Bolt and Hesh. So we have some competitors, but you're going to be out in the elements. It's like going to New York and it's cold, okay? It's very much the same situation. You're going to be out in it. And to have the best experience, you really want to you really ideally want to have it to where the weather isn't freezing cold. Like coming here in December and January and February, I mean, you can. I'm not saying you can't. You just have to adjust your expectations, right? No, you're going to be cold. No, you're going to spend a lot of money on Ubers and Lyfts, on Uber rather, because you're not going to feel like walking. And so by the time you do all that, you may as well just come when you want to, right? At least that's my opinion. Because I had some people here, some friends who were here in December, and they were absolutely like, they were so cold. And they were like, oh, we're going to walk here to the Eiffel Tower. They didn't do half of what they were planning on doing because it was too cold. They were freezing cold and they were walking and they weren't quite dressed correctly. They were dressed for winter in Atlanta. Winter in Atlanta is not like winter in Paris. Now, like I said, we don't get a lot of snow here. But it makes up for it in cold, I feel like. Okay? I feel like. And it'll be gray and a little miserable. So you really got to keep that in mind if you are coming from the U.S. Depends on where you're coming from. Now, if you're from a cold climate, you might find it's fine to you. But I lived in Atlanta for 16 years. So my Atlanta bones were like, hold on. And even now they still are like, it's kind of cold. The climate, it's very much like New York's climate. Imagine New York in the wintertime without the snow. That is kind of what Paris is like. So we don't get a lot of snow at all. Let's keep walking and talking, I guess. I'm going to find a seat. Oh, I'm getting tired. But thank you all for joining me. I'm going to get off of this live. Thank you all for joining me. I'm actually going to enjoy this because I really can't enjoy it if I'm sitting here talking to y'all. So I'm going to enjoy this. Thank you all for joining me on this live. Stay tuned for more lives. I've been trying to go live daily. Oh, look at this. It's gorgeous. I've been trying to go live daily. And so make sure you stay tuned. Check me out. We'll do walking tours of Paris, of just activities in my life here in Paris. Like I want y'all to see what it's like for me to live here. Thank you all so much for joining. Make sure you follow this channel, follow my lives. I want to show you different sides of Paris, not just the tourist stuff. Although I admit, I know the tourist stuff is what y'all may want to see. But I want to show you kind of like, this is what average everyday Paris looks like walking through the street. Okay, this here is Paris. Thank you all so much for joining. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you again. Y'all enjoy your Saturday. Have fun. Love on your family. Right? Spend some time with your family. Spend some time with yourself. Make sure you enjoy your Saturday, okay? Wherever you are. Thank you so much for joining me. I will talk to y'all next time.